Hi everybody, Dr. Groman here, and welcome to week 1 of EDIS 654. This video will walk you through the calendar and the schedule and the assignments for week 1. If you've been in Gifted for a little while, you know we have the Ohio Association for Gifted Children, and every year there is a fall conference. Last year it was virtual. This year, this is a typo, the first one I found. This year it is not virtual. It is actually face-to-face again at Easton Center in Columbus, Ohio, and it is at the Hilton. Find out about it here. I have a link, October 11th through the 13th. The 11th is Parent Day, 12th and 13th are the full day of sessions. So make sure that you register by the end of the month so that you can get the reduced rates if you're interested. Always a great session. If you attend one or more days of OAGC's fall conference and would like to waive one of your focus questions because of it, you can go to a session on creativity in any form and write up a focus question response to that session, telling us a little bit about what you experienced and applying it to your immediate situation. And you would post that to the OAGC conference Padlet column and to the focus question Dropbox of whatever choice. You're allowed to replace focus questions 2, 3, 4, or 5 using the fall conference session. So let me know if you have questions about that. As you know, my Dropbox is closed 3 days after the assignment is due, so assignments are due Sunday night at midnight, and the Dropbox will close after a grace period of 3 days on Wednesday. So, and make sure that you revisit that Dropbox and read my comment. Okay, so week 1, you're going to be taking the pre-assessment survey link. I notice a lot of you have already taken that. You will find it here in the folder for week 1. There's the pre-assessment. The pre-assessment also contains an RSVP for the meditation day, so you can give me an idea of whether you're considering one of the face-to-face trips or if you're going to do it on your own. Watch the syllabus overview video, that nice long one that I just posted, and you're now viewing the week 1 video. There is also one more video this week that you should view that overviews the Pierto model. It's kind of long as well. We're front loading you here, and this will give you an idea of the different sections of the Pierto model and how they kind of manifest. You're going to be reading a lot about them in this and in this. But this gives you kind of an overview to know what you're looking for. And you can also break this up during the week as well. Watch a few minutes, you'll watch one section and then move on to another section. So up to you. Remember when you take the pre-assessment that you will get an email, and make sure you hold on to that email, put a star on it or something that will leave it out so that you can find it during week 12 so you can take the post-assessment. When you watch the Pierto model, I know I'm jumping all over the place, sorry about that, but I made this video already once and I lost the whole thing, so I'm a little bit jumpy. So pardon me. See, it happens to me too. Happens to all of us. Have your thought log and a handful of raisins when you watch the introduction to the Pierto model. There is an activity there. You'll be working on focus question 1, which is the scavenger hunt. I already gave you a pretty good idea of what the scavenger hunt is in the announcements, but here's more detailed. Read the preface and chapter 1 in Understanding Creativity and the preface and chapter 1 in Creativity for 21st Century Skills. They're both by Pierto, so they will overlap quite a bit. So one thing you can do is skim them all and decide to either read the sections in Understanding Creativity or read Creativity for 21st Century Skills, whichever one seems to be more applicable or something that is more interesting to you after skimming. Go on a creativity scavenger hunt. You will spend 1, 2 days, whatever, traveling with your camera and an eye toward creativity. Take pictures of anything you see that you feel is creative, and think outside of the creative box. Don't just think about art, music, and sculpture, things that we traditionally think of, but mathematics, problem solving, science. So take pictures of anything you feel is creative and choose 5 of those pictures. Create a PowerPoint or a Prezi or a similar presentation, sharing at least 5 images and connecting them to creativity. Make sure to refer to the readings at least twice, citing the ideas by page number at this time, just this time, even if you don't use direct quotes. There should be pictures and text on most of your slides and on at least 2 slides. And also include a title slide that includes your name, where and what you teach, and any personal information that you wish to share. Submit this to the Padlet and to the Blackboard Dropbox. Keep in mind this time I have 2 very large sections of EDIS 654. So I have created 3 Padlets. So we'll go through those in just a moment, and I've already assigned the Padlets to you. So you are just viewing the Padlets that you are posting to. If you want to browse the other ones, you're welcome to, but you're only required to be on that one Padlet so that you have fewer people to respond to and to read. View as many as you can and comment on 2, and try to choose presentations that don't have any responses. You can respond with a narrative, with poetry or creative work of your own. That's always a viable way to respond to creativity, is with more creativity. That's the scavenger hunt. This is a good time. When you watch the first video, the syllabus video, you hopefully started your thought log. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to do a couple of prompts to get you thinking and putting in, you could put in your thought log. So consider what kind of thought log you want to use that works with your the way you work, and begin considering the creativity project and your mini biography subject. View the handout template for the biographical sketch to guide you with your biography. And that is here in the folder for weeks 1 and 2. There's the pre-assessment. There's the mini biography template. Now, this is just to help you organize. It is not anything that's turned in. It just gives you a place to organize your thinking and to jot down notes. Sign up for the Jigsaw chapter on the Padlet column. Let's go over the different Padlets. This first one is the Amabile group. And this is Teresa Amabile. She is the director of research at Harvard, so she's got a little bit of street cred there. And she focuses her research on organizational and institutional creativity, and making sure that organizations are supporting the creativity in their workers to get the most out of them. So you'll see a little blurb about her, and then an article, How Your Work Environment Influences Your Creativity, by Teresa Amabile. Lots of books. She has a number of different books. One of the ones that I have is an older book called Growing Up Creative, and she actually has an affiliation with my town, with Worcester. She's on the board of a company in town that is in the textile industry. So she is on the board, and my boyfriend worked there and took my book into Teresa, and she signed it. So that's a little bit of a treasure to me because I greatly admire her work. The second Padlet, here are the names, is the Sririman group Padlet. Bharath Sririman is an Indian-born mathematician, and he works at the University of Montana. And if you are a math person, even if you're not on this Padlet, come over here and visit this, and you're going to get all warm and fuzzy when you look at his Google Scholar page, because he is the epitome of looking at creativity, looking at mathematics in very creative sense. And then there is an article called Enhancing Equity in the Classroom by Teaching for Mathematical Creativity that you could download as well. Interesting fellow, still living, as is Teresa Amabile. And the last is J.P. Guilford. He has since passed away. He first proposed the concepts of convergent thinking and divergent thinking. and they are really the foundation of what we know of as creativity studies. So interesting, clickable history for intelligence theories. He is one big name in our field that we didn't study in 650 because I knew we would be studying, or at least looking at it here. So you can see a timeline there, and also an article on on creativity. J.P. Guilford was an American psychologist, and he was known for the structure of intellect model. Here is an article he wrote. It's an older article now, but is still very relevant and a foundation of the field of creativity studies. So, how you're going to sign up for the Jigsaw chapter on your Padlet column. I would like you to visit this book. Take a look at chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Just look at the topics. You could even just look at the table of contents and determine which one you are interested in doing the jigsaw for. And then you would go to your Padlet and you would find this column, Understanding Creativity, to sign up for your domain. You'll type your name under your chosen chapter. So you will just put your chosen chapter, and I may put these in for you. I think that's Creative Architects, I think, and then I would put my name down here. And that would select that chapter. Now, if I wanted to partner with that person, I was interested in also doing architects and artists, I would put my name down here. And only 2 people per chapter, please, so that, and if you want to work together on your jigsaw, you could split the chapter, and that would make it a little bit easier on you. So that's the way to sign up for your chapter. Do that on your proper Padlet wall. So prepare for next week. When you watch the week 2 video, you'll want to have assorted pieces of colored paper. They could even be scraps if you want, and or old magazines that you can tear apart, and a glue stick, and your thought log, of course. My Zoom office hours this week are 4 to 6:30. There's a sign up on Blackboard. And here are the things that are due: the pre-assessment, and with the pre-assessment, you are RSVPing. So these are kind of one and the same. And you're posting focus question 1 as well. You will want to sign up for that jigsaw chapter as soon as possible so you don't miss out on the one you want. And I think that will be due next week, where I'll want you to sign up for your chapter by next week. To finish out this week, I have a couple of thought log prompts for you to consider as we finish up this week 1 video. Enjoy your first week with the material, reading, considering what you might want to do for your creativity project, and I will see you online. Bye.